Let's talk about something. Let's talk about something most couples avoid until it's too late. Money. And not just money, but how financial trauma, if left unhealed, starts to show up in our love life, in our relationships, in the way that we communicate or the way that we don't communicate, in how we argue or stay silent, in how we love, and sometimes in how we leave. I am Tamoa Danielle, and this is part 3 from Money, Love, and Self, the Healing series. And in this video, we're peeling back the emotional layers between love and money. Because the fact of the matter is, if you've ever argued with your partner about money, or worse, stayed quiet out of fear or shame, then this is for you. Money touches everything in a relationship, from who pays the bills to who feels valued, from financial trust to emotional intimacy. So if we don't talk about it, if we don't heal it, it becomes the huge elephant in the room that silently tears our love apart. Whether you're dating or you're married or you're healing from a breakup, this conversation is crucial because love plus money doesn't have to equal chaos. So we are diving into one of the most emotional and overlooked areas in a relationship: how money wounds affect our relationship. Money is one of the top reasons couples argue and one of the leading causes of divorce. But it's usually not about the money itself. It's about everything underneath it: the fear, the insecurity, the control, the shame. And when we enter relationships without healing our financial trauma, we literally bring those feelings with us silently, but they are so powerful. Do you and your partner avoid money conversations? Have you ever felt controlled, left out, or judged when it comes to money? Do you hide purchases or feel guilty asking your partner for money, asking your partner for help? So here's the secret. Most couples don't need a financial advisor, they need financial therapy. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt like this. If they really love me, they help me with this, or saying something to yourself like, I don't want to bring it up again, I don't want to sound ungrateful. That's not just about money. That's emotional residue from financial trauma. I remember talking to a client that said every time they brought up a budget that their spouse shut down. And when he finally responded, it turned into a fight about everything else. I know that sounds familiar for me, but that's not poor communication. It's unhealed fear. Do you avoid money conversations to keep the peace? Do you feel like one partner holds all of the control? Do you silently carry financial stress so your partner won't feel burdened? I want you to understand that money doesn't ruin relationships. Avoidance, fear, and miscommunications on money does. So here are a few ways about how financial trauma shows up in relationships. Number 1 is avoidance. So you say you're okay with splitting everything 50-50, but you feel unsupported, let's say, or you let them handle the bills, but secretly you wish you had more to say. The avoidance starts to feel safe in the short term, but it's really a silent killer in the long term. You don't talk about the money at all. You split the bills and keep secrets. You tell yourself it's fine as long as we're surviving. But why are we even surviving? Avoidance creates distance. Number 2 is power imbalance. So this is when one person makes more and starts to feel superior. The other contributes emotionally, physically, mentally, but not financially, so they feel less than. We start assigning value to love based on money. That is so dangerous in our relationships. Number 3, scorekeeping and financial manipulation. So maybe you've heard or said, I paid for that, remember? Or I always pay the bills, you don't do enough. That's not partnership. That is a financial battleground. And when one partner controls all of the money. They often control the decisions too. Suddenly, your love becomes transactional, and every single financial mistake feels like a betrayal. Unspoken expectations breed silent resentment, and silent resentment eventually turns into emotional disconnection. So before you judge your partner's habits, I want you to ask, what's their money story? Did they grow up in lack? Did they grow up in fear? Did they grow up in a household where money was used as a weapon or a reward? Did they see overspending as love? Did they learn that asking for help was a weakness? Did they have to grow up fast and become financial providers early? Were they told money doesn't grow on trees every time they ask for something? So I want you to think about something for a minute. Your partner's money behaviors are not personal, they're patterns. And those patterns can come from pain. When you start looking at it differently, you will start to see a shift from blame to compassion. Let's talk about some ways on how we can heal together. Step 1, have the money talk. Do it with curiosity and not judgment. So saying things like, so tell me how money was handled in the house when you were growing up. That question opens a huge door. You can say something like, what makes you feel financially safe, or what scares you about money conversations? You have to create an emotional, safe environment first in order for you all to discuss these things. So step 2, this is not just about the numbers. So you want to know how the money itself makes the person feel. Do they feel anxious when you talk about the bills? You can let them know things like, I feel invisible when I'm not a part of the financial decisions, or saying things like, I feel anxious when I don't know what's going on financially, or I feel disconnected when we don't plan together. Number 3 is what I call co-create financial goals together. So it's not about his money, her money, it's about you creating a dream, a vision for each other, sitting down and mapping out your shared goals, your shared value, what peace looks like with money for both of you. Because let's face it, I don't care what amount of money you have, that doesn't mean it brings you peace. The peace of mind is understanding your value, your mindset when it comes to money, really healing those deep trauma wounds when it comes to money. That is what brings you peace. Being able to be open with your partner, being able to be transparent about how you're feeling when you even talk about money. Those things are the things that bring you peace. Talk about your dreams like traveling, owning a home, or building wealth together. Then you should be asking each other questions like, how can we align our money to match our vision? When you're sharing your future together, your financial healing becomes a joint mission. It stops that competition. Number 4, get help if you need it. So therapy, coaching, books, whatever helps. Love doesn't heal trauma by itself. Love plus intentional actions does. You're not weak if you need help. Get a therapist, get a money coach, or even utilize books. When you know your partner's financial trauma, you stop personalizing their reactions. It's no longer about what they did to you. It's about what they're still healing from. So tonight, I want you to sit down with your partner and ask, what's your first memory of money? Just listen. You'll be amazed about what opens up when money becomes a conversation instead of a trigger. This is exactly why I do what I do, because most people were never taught about how to talk about money. Because for most of us, we're never taught how to talk about money with love. We're told how to avoid, how to survive, or how to blame. But I teach people to heal, to communicate, to build together. Healing doesn't look like a perfect couple with matching credit scores. It looks like two people sitting at a table, being honest, holding space for each other's wounds, and deciding to build something healthier together, deciding to heal together. I want you to know that you're not behind, you're not broken, you're just now learning what you were never taught, and it takes courage. It takes honesty, it takes grace, it takes healing. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be honest. You need to care enough to heal together, because when love and money finally sit at the same table, peace enters the relationship. You can have love and financial peace. You can be fully seen, fully supported, and fully safe with yourself and with your partner. And it all starts with a decision to stop hiding and start healing. Healing is a part of your journey. It's about togetherness. It's about healing together. It's about communicating with love and deciding that the past does not have to shape your future, and it does not have to be your present. I'd like for you to send this video out to someone who needs it, whether it's your partner, your friend, or even your future self, right? If this hit home, I want you to put a heart emoji in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Ring that bell, because in part 4 of the series, we are rewriting your money story completely, finding abundance, finding peace, finding power, so you don't want to miss it. And lastly, never, ever forget, you are your greatest value. You are your greatest asset. Take care.